Dear students, in this session we learn about effect of dielectric on the capacitor, say parallel plate capacitor. How we just start learning it. Observe, I write a figure here. Say this is the parallel plate capacitor, that is plates of the capacitor I am writing now. Like this, which are separated by distance d. Now, in the last case, we have taken air in between them or vacuum in between them. Now, we imagine a dielectric placed in between them, like this. Like this. Say if we imagine charge on this is plus q, or the charge density plus q we write, instead of charge we write plus charge density, here minus, I write minus sigma. On this side, due to induction, there exists a negative charge nearer to the positive charge on the plate, that means this way, due to dielectric polarization, and on this side it is positive charge. We call this charge density on the dielectric due to polarization as minus sigma p. Here it is plus sigma p. With these things, now we start learning to derive expression for capacitance with medium. I call it as Cm. M stands for medium, the dielectric medium. We write Q by V as usual. But V, as we said in the previous case, E into D, where D is separation and also the thickness of the dielectric. Now, say here, I write E, but we know here sigma is charge density on the plates, but on the dielectric we have minus sigma p on positive side and plus sigma p on negative side. The effective charge density is sigma minus sigma p now. But sigma minus sigma p we can write proportional to E applied. That means what we applied, plus sigma to minus sigma. But we know E applied is proportional to sigma, the charge density on the plates. Therefore, we can write sigma minus sigma p proportional to sigma. So once we know these things, we can make it an equation. Sigma minus sigma p equals sigma by k, where k is by the material what we place it here, and we call it as dielectric constant. Dielectric constant or relative permittivity. We also call it as relative permittivity or dielectric constant. And now with this idea, we proceed on to the last calculation now. Say sigma by k. Now we write V as E into D, EA applied field. EA, as we can write now, sigma by k into 1 by epsilon naught, because sigma by epsilon naught is the field and k is there. So sigma by k into epsilon naught into D. Therefore, once we get sigma by, say, V, we can straight away get now the value of the capacitance. Observe, C M equals Q by E into D, EA here. Q is sigma A there, charge density into area. And now, divided by E, instead of EAD we can write sigma D by K epsilon naught, cancel sigma there, we have K epsilon naught A by D, where epsilon naught A by D is, as we know, it is the capacitance with air medium. Therefore, as I write as Ca with air dielectric epsilon naught A by D. Therefore, we can write Cm as Kc air, that is dielectric constant into capacitance with the air is equal to capacitance with the medium. This is an important relation what we use in many competitive examinations. Not only valid for parallel plate capacitor, for almost all capacitors it is valid. So with these ideas now, we just go through the derivation once again and then we proceed on to other thing. Observe, here we are learning effect of dielectric on capacitance. For that, how we derived, just observe, we considered two parallel plates with charge density plus sigma and minus sigma, and we introduced a dielectric of thickness d, which is also equal to the separation between the plates. And due to the dielectric polarization, the surface of the dielectric nearer to plus sigma plus plate is negatively charged, and surface of the dielectric near to the negative plate is positively charged. Let sigma p be the charge density on the surface of the dielectric nearer to the, say on both sides, minus sigma p nearer to positive, plus sigma p nearer to negative. Now with this we start deriving it. Cm is capacitance with medium equals Q by V. V equals E into D as we know. Here E can be taken as EA, applied field. Sigma minus sigma P, where the net charge on the positive plate or on near the negative plate, because where sigma P is the charge density due to polarization, therefore sigma minus sigma P is proportional to applied electric field. If you apply more electric field, more polarization, and sigma minus sigma P also large. And the applied electric field, as we know, is proportional to sigma. Therefore, sigma minus sigma P proportional to sigma. More charge on plates, more sigma P also. Their difference is also more. Then sigma minus sigma P can be made into equal to sigma by K, where K is called as dielectric constant or relative permittivity. Then V equals EA into D. EA is applied electric field. EA is sigma by K 1 by epsilon naught according to this formula, because sigma by epsilon naught is the field. But instead of sigma we have to write sigma by K into 1 by epsilon naught into D. Therefore, if we substitute it back to the potential, say, capacitance equation, we have this. Cm equals Q by EA into D. Sigma A is QA, charge density into area, and EA is sigma D by K epsilon naught, which is equal to K epsilon naught A by D. Therefore, if A, as we know, C air, that is with the air capacitance or vacuum capacitance epsilon naught A by D is there, then we can simply write Cm as K into C air. So this is one of the important relations. Now we proceed on to next set of ideas. Now we learn combination of capacitors, say, that is just like in optics or what you learnt in your high school classes. Whenever you join two resistors, you can join them in series or in parallel. You will get some effective value. In the same manner here also, we can join two or more capacitors in two different ways to get the required capacitance. So there are two types of combination of capacitors. I write combination of capacitors. There are two combinations, series and parallel, as you know from your high school for resistors. So series is the two capacitors. If we imagine two or more capacitors, say these two are the capacitors, they are connected end to end like this. This is C1, C2. In parallel, two capacitors are connected end to end like this. This is C1, C2. Between same 2 points, A and B. Here A and B. So series means the capacitors are connected end to end like this. And parallel means capacitors are connected between same 2 points A and B. And observe, the ideas tell us in these two derivations, we need to use two concepts. Say in series or parallel, we think of two ideas, charge and potential difference. Among these two, we have to decide which is same and which is different. By taking that different into two or three capacitors what we take, and then we add them to get the total thing. That we do later on. But before that, either series combination or parallel combination can be replaced by a single capacitor, which produces same effect as that of the combination. Same effect means when you apply potential V, if it is charged to Q, either for this or this, anything we can take. Then if you apply the same here, same potential, you get same charge, then we call that as same effect. So we define this single capacitor which produces same effect as that of the combination. Same effect means for same potential, same charge is stored. That is what we call as same potential, same effect. That single capacitor which produces same effect as that of the combination is what we call as equivalent capacitor. Equivalent capacitance. Equivalent capacitor is the device and its value is called as effective capacitance or effective capacitance or equivalent capacitance. Equivalent capacitance. Equivalent capacitance. So now our job is to derive expression for equivalent capacitance for series combination in the same manner, effect expression for equivalent capacitance for parallel combination. So now we start with those things. Now just observe carefully. Say, first we take up series combination. Series combination. For that, let us take two capacitors of capacitance C1, C2, and they are connected in series as shown. Now we apply a potential V to this. But observe, they are connected end to end. What is the charge here on C1 if it is plus Q, minus Q, and plus Q here transferred to here and minus Q here, like that. That means charge on the capacitor remains same now. As charge remains same, potential difference is different. Therefore, in series combination, charge on each capacitor is same and potential difference across each is different. Observe, this is the first step to derive any combination. Now, once we know charge and potential, which is different here, potential difference. Therefore, we write two values for two capacitors. Say potential difference across C1 equals V1. In the same manner, potential difference across C2 equals V2. From the expression C equals Q by V, we can write V1 as Q by C1, V2 as Q by C2. Say, once you know these things, we know the total applied potential equals V1 plus V2. V1 is Q by C1, V2 is Q by C2. That means if you take Q common factor, 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 is V. But now, as we said, we can replace this combination. We can replace this combination by a single capacitor. Replace this combination by a single capacitor which produces the same effect as that capacitor, if you want to, of capacitance, we write it here, of capacitance CS, S stands for series, which produces same effect. Now, same effect. We proceed further. So, we write for that, we write now, for equivalent capacitance, we write a single capacitance circuit applied with same potential and charged with same charge. Say, I write capital Q only. Here also in our figure, this is also capital Q, this is also capital Q, capital Q. So for this, CS equals Q by V. CS equals Q by V. We substitute for this. Now we can write V as Q by CS. We equate it to equation 1, what we have already written. This equation, we equate that. So we call this as equation 2. Now from 1 and 2 we write. From 1 and 2 equation, Q by CS equals Q into 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. Cancel this. 1 by CS equals 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. This is the expression for effective capacitance of series combination of capacitors. For two capacitors, if there are n number of capacitors, then also it is easier. For n capacitors, 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2, etc., 1 by Cn, nth capacitor. So there are two important shortcuts or important ideas to be learnt here. We just observe. Say, if we have, apart from this derivation, we learn new things. But before that, we just proceed, just go through the derivation once again. Observe. Series combination means two capacitors connected end to end, and in series combination, charge on each plate value remains same, plus Q minus Q plus Q minus Q, like that, and charge on each capacitor same, and potential difference is different because C1, C2 are different there. Now, potential difference across C1 can be written as V1 equals Q by C1. Potential difference across C2 can be written as V2 equals Q by C2. We know two potentials, say V1 across C1, V2 across Q2, across C2, V1 plus V2. But V1 and V2 substitute. If we substitute Q by C1 plus Q by C2, take out Q common factor, V equals Q into 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2, which we call as equation 1. Now, whole combination can be replaced by a single capacitor of capacitance, CS, which produces the same effect. That means it is the equivalent capacitance or effective capacitance. Now, for that we write a circuit here, Q, whose value is CS there, V. And for that CS equals Q by V or V equals Q by CS. We call this as equation 2. From 1 and 2, from this equation 1, Q into 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 and Q by CS, if we equate them, Q by CS equals Q into 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. 1 by CS equals 1 by C1 plus C2. 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. For n capacitors, it is similar. 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2, etc. 1 by C1, Cn. Now with these things, we just learned two special things regarding the series combination, what we may use in solving the numericals. Just observe, I'll write down. First thing, if you have for only two capacitors, we can simply take the reciprocal and we use. I will show you that. 1 by Cs equals C1 C2 LCM C1 plus C2. Therefore, Cs equals C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. That means for effective capacitance calculation, you can use simply directly product by sum. Product of two capacitances divided by their sum. Instead of taking 1 by Cs, 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2, you can straight away use this in the exam. And also observe one more salient feature here. If C1 equals C2, which is equal to C, then Cs equals C into C, C plus C. That means C square by 2C or C by 2. That is, when two capacitors of equal value in series, their effective capacitance is half of that, C by 2.